Well, hello everybody. Welcome to my patio, and we are going to do a little bit of yoga today, try to calm our minds and our bodies. And this time we need to do that more than ever. So let's just close our eyes and start to follow your natural breath. Start to notice where you feel the breath. Do you feel it in your throat? Do you feel it in your nose? Feel it in your chest? Feel it in your belly? Where do you feel your breath? Also, what's the rhythm of the breath? Is it erratic? Probably. Slow and even? Maybe. A little bit of both. Try to stack everything on top of each other, your ears over your shoulders or in line with your shoulders. Shoulders in line with the ribs, ribs in line with the hips. If this hurts you, you can straighten your legs, do what feels right, don't be in any pain. So let's start with a 3-part breath. So we're going to relax the belly, breathe in through the nose, expand the belly, breathe out through the mouth, pause sound. Expand the belly, breathe in through the nose, pause sound on the exhale. Now expand the belly around, expand the ribs around, like fingers wrapping around the back. Breathe in through the nose, exhale. You could start to close your mouth on the exhale now, and then that ha sound would go to the back of the throat and sort of sound like Darth Vader. So, or you can keep your mouth open. Do what feels right. Now we want to expand the belly, expand the ribs around, and breathe into the heart center. Breathe in through the nose, mouth gently closed. Exhale. This big breath that you're taking, this is the breath that you want to take to the poses we do today. You want to just try to keep steering your mind back to how's my breath and where do I feel it in my body. So you're just going to keep asking yourself those questions, and your mind will wander to, wonder what it's going to wander to. But anyway, you're going to keep bringing it back. Bring back, bring back. So let's just try that. A couple more breaths. Let's come forward and grip the floor, lift the collarbone, lower the shoulders, and take a couple of deep breaths. So you don't want to be in any pain, so if I do something that causes pain, you're going to back out and or do less. Alright, let's move on to the right leg. Hands on either side of the knee, grip your fingers, pull yourself over your right leg, press down on your left hip. Try to lengthen the spine so you're looking past the knee, you're not tucking the chin or rolling the shoulders. Try to lengthen the spine. Let's go to the other side. Grip your fingers, pull yourself over the left leg, press down your right hip. Trying to move those shoulders into alignment, but just moving in that direction, not forcing anything. Noticing where you feel it in your body, breathing into that space. Let that go. Bring the left arm up, take a breath in. As you take a breath out, we'll slide out to the right. So you want to try to be like between two plates of glass here. Really straighten the arm. If it bothers your arm or shoulder, you can always put your hand behind your head or back to your hip. Don't have to extend long if it doesn't feel right. Don't do it if it hurts. Alright, let's change sides. Right arm up, take a breath in, and slide on out to the left side. Exhale. I think I've been forgetting to breathe. Breathe, people, breathe. We need to breathe. That is how we're gonna make it through, man. Breathing. Alright, come on up. Now let's take our right hand to our left knee, left hand behind. Get nice and tall. Take a breath in. As you take a breath out, move from the navel, ribs, chest, shoulder, and then head. Going to the left. Take some breath. Really breathe into the ribs here. Try to be on top of the sit bones. Notice where you feel it. Breathe into the tight parts. Breathe into your heart. Let that go nice and slow. Take a breath, reset the spine. And now left hand to right knee, right hand behind. Get nice and tall. Take a breath in. As you take a breath out, moving to the right, from the navel, ribs, chest, shoulder, head. Did I say that all right? I don't know. But moving along that chain of the spine. Trying to be sequential. Back down. Take a breath. Let it out. Longer than your inhale. Alright, let's straighten the legs out. Bring the arms up, take a breath in. As you take a breath out, you can bend those knees if you want to. And just grab for whatever part of the leg feels good. And then just maybe slowly straighten to the best of your ability. Looking past the toes. Breathing into the back or wherever it feels tight. Trying to keep the shoulders down, trying to lengthen the neck. Alright, let that go. Let's bring the right leg in, turn the foot over, bring the arms up, take a breath in. As you take a breath out, reach out for that foot, bend the knee if you need to. Just whatever feels good. You don't want to be in any pain, you don't want to feel any numbness or tingling, you don't want to be nauseous, you want to be able to breathe. So use those guidelines, you don't want to get to those places, but just think about it, just keep your mind on what you're doing. That's what we all need to do, is keep our mind on what we're doing in the moment. It's very important. Alright, come on up, and we'll take the left leg in, arms overhead, take a breath in, exhale, take a breath out. Deeper, do it when you exhale. Don't try to move when you're don't hold your breath, but definitely do it on the exhale. I'm really talking to myself about breathing today because I must be feeling I'm holding my breath a lot, so I need to focus on letting it out. Alright, let that go. And let's take the legs wide. Take a
Saddle
breath.
sit.
What's that?
And a saddle sit.
Saddle sit. And so we're on top of our sit bones, toes pointed towards the ceiling. Take a breath in, exhale, come forward. Exhale. Let that go. Turn and face your right leg, take a breath in, as you take a breath out, walk out over that right leg, exhale. Keep the left hip down, left toes pointed towards the ceiling. Try to relax where you can relax. Breathe into the places that are hard. Now let that go. And then take a breath breath in. As you take a breath out, come center, down the center line again. Exhale. Keep looking kind of past the mat. Come on, back up. Take a breath in, turn face left leg, exhale over your left leg. Sometimes you might want to shift yourself like back over your sit bone. Sometimes I notice, my roll kind of off my sit bone, and then when I try to get myself back on top of my sit bone, it feels different. The stretch feels a little bit different. Alright, let that go. One more time, down the middle, take a breath in, exhale, take a breath out. Just relax your feet. Not turning them in, but just relaxing. Alright, come on, that nice and slow. Bring one knee in, help yourself out, and the other. And then we'll come onto our hands and knees. Hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Bring your right leg back and your left arm forward, and you can lift it up or keep it on the floor. Take a breath in. As you take a breath out, we'll round, exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Make sure your wrist is underneath your shoulder. Inhale, exhale, round. Spread your fingers at the floor. Inhale, exhale, round. And then inhale, and then we'll take it out to the diagonals. So make sure you're turning your creases of your elbows towards each other too. Bring the arm back and come back down, because you don't want to lock out your hands. So if you turn your creases of your elbows to face each other, then you won't lock your arms out. Let's go into child pose. Knees wide, big toes together, set your hips back towards your heels. Exhale. That feels good. Should have done this hours ago. We could do this throughout the day, people. Like down dog or child pose. Or do a few poses while you're doing stuff, so you don't just cramp up and have to get it all trying to unravel it at this time. Could be doing it throughout the day. We're doing that right now. Yeah, exactly. All right, back to the left here. Breathe into the ribs. And then back up onto our hands and knees. Take the left leg out this time, right arm up. And belly button to spine, take a breath in, look out, and then exhale, tuck the chin. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, down. Inhale, lengthen, and then we'll go to the diagonals. Don't hold your breath here. I always want to. Alright, back to center. So go ahead and tuck your toes and turn your wrist over. And don't get right on top of it though, because that'll be too much. So just back up a little bit. Alright, Mr. Quinky's in the house. Hey Quinky, wanna do some yoga with us? Alright. Okay, so let's just step back. Well, actually, let's go to a forearm plank. Let's go down to a forearm plank, step back into it, trying to get your butt down.
And I see the timer, so let's go now.
We're still good?
Yeah, we could go for 50 seconds now if you want. I start at 10.
Oh, your timing is?
Oh, we don't have
to.
You can count us.
I like to count.
Then do it. Count.
Okay. 1, we're looking past the mat. 2, our head is in line with our spine. 3, our elbows are underneath our shoulders. 4, we're sort of knitting our ribs together. 5, we're not slouching in the shoulders or the lower back. 6, we're tightening our butt and our Kegel muscles, the muscles that cut off urine. 7, we're breathing. 8, we're still breathing. 9, we're almost there. And 10, we are done. Bring the knees back underneath the hips together. This time we go into child pose. Exhale. I like to say my little spiel there.
You actually did it for the amount of time I was thinking. I just got excited because I could see a timer. I normally can't.
All right. Okay, so let's go back down onto our elbows. We're gonna do dolphin pose. So knees underneath your hips, elbows underneath your shoulders. We're gonna tuck the toes, hips high and back. So we're gonna push back away from the wrist and the forearms. And you can bend your knees if you needed to. Just wanna feel it in your shoulders. Is where we're trying to warm up our shoulders right now. So you can bring your right leg up if you wanted to, about hip level. Keep pushing back, keep pushing those hips back. And then we'll change legs. Push back, keep breathing. Our cat's trying to get in right now. He's very demanding. Okay, come on down. All right. Oh, he wants to go out. We can let him out. Go ahead and let him out for a little bit. We're right here. He'll come back here.
He can go outside. We can't.
Okay. Yeah, really. Okay, so let's get onto our feet. What do you say? All right, so we're going to tuck the toes, hips up and back. Actually, go to a plank. First, go to a plank. So we're in a plank. Let's go ahead and bend the elbows and bring the elbows close to each other. And we're going to count to 10 again. Spread the fingers, grip the floor. Here we go. 1, we're looking past the mat, looking our head, line, the spine. 2, hands underneath the shoulders, spreading the fingers, gripping the floor. 3, belly button to spine. 4, squeezing our butt, Kegel muscles. 5, feeling that energetic connection from the crown of the head all the way to the toes. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And go ahead and drop to your knees. Hug your body towards your elbows, lower to the floor. Say ah. Okay, hands underneath your shoulders, and we just push up to cobra here. So elbows close, shoulders down. Try not to tighten your butt, and you'll just come on back. Now tuck your toes right here, hips up and back. You see how wide this is? This is how wide you want to be. You might have to step in a little bit, but mostly keep pushing back, hips back, chin towards your chest, chest towards your thighs, heels towards the floor. Bend your knees if you need to. And just breathe here for a second. If you can't do this like this, you can always go up against a wall and just back up to a flat back, and then you can just walk back into the wall. Let's bring a right leg up, take a breath in. Exhale, lower. Right leg, left leg. Exhale, lower. So when you bring that right leg up, chest towards thigh. Exhale, lower. Left leg, chest towards thigh, inhale. Exhale, lower. 2 more. Last one. Alright, come on back down to your knees. Let's grab our right leg and bring it through to a lunge. So things to think about here. Knee over ankle. Your knee's back here like that, you're gonna hurt your knee. So bring it forward. You can have your knee underneath your hip, or you can go back a little bit further to get a little bit deeper. All right, so we can bring our hands. If you have blocks, I don't have any right here right now, but you can have your hands on blocks.
Use your hand on your knee.
You can use books. So let's just right now concentrate on where your right thigh meets your left thigh meets your left butt, your left thud. I heard that from teacher friend Heather, who told me that. And one of her workshops, very good. Anyway, open your heart towards the sky. Squeeze your left butt. Push into the ball of your right foot and top of your left foot. All right, come on back down, and let's just change sides. All right, so knee over ankle. You can get the thigh in front of the knee, good. If not, right into the hip is fine. And then squeezing that where the right thigh meets the right butt, the right butt. Push in the ball of your foot and the top of your right foot. Squeeze, push forward, open heart. Big breath. Alright, come on down. And let's just get onto our feet. So we're just going to take our toes back to down dog. Put something back. Let's do it one more little stretch here. Couple breaths. Yeah, you pedal. That's a good idea. Pedal through your feet. forget about that sometimes. Good. No natural biker. All right, let's walk our feet underneath our hips. And we're in forward fold here. So let's just bend our knees. Sweep the arms out to the side. Come up with a flat back. And we'll have to readjust our camera somehow. Let's see. How are we going to readjust that, Julia?
Should I make it tall wise?
I think you have to make it tall wise. We're changing the angle of our camera so we can see what we're doing. We might have to come closer.
Stay hydrated, everybody.
Very hydrated. That's one of the things. Stay hydrated, hydrated, hydrated. Really. Because I'm bad at it, but I gotta just work at it. It's time to do it. All right, so let's go into Warrior 2. Move myself over. Yes, let's keep this close. So try to line up your heels first of all. Imaginary line between your heels. Your knee is over your ankle. Your arms are over your legs, and the back foot is 90 degrees, but it's pigeon-toed a little bit, so you can push into the edge of that back foot. So looking over your left arm, strong, brave warriors. Breathe. And flip the palm, take a breath in, straighten legs, and then as you take a breath out, you bend that knee again, just looking up at the palm of the hand. So don't go up first and then go back, right? You want to keep lifting out of that lower back. Left shoulder forward, right shoulder back. And you can always just do something like it, right? You don't have to just move in the direction of. All right, back to Warrior 2. And then when you drop the elbow to knee or the hand to the thigh, and put your right hand to your hip first, reach up to the sky and over towards your ear, side angle. So here you want to make sure your hips are underneath you, and if they're like this, kind of like that, then just come up the leg a little bit, and then you'll be able to stay keeping everything underneath you. So better to have the correct alignment than to get a weird funky stretch and do something weird to your back, and you don't want to do that. All right, let's come out of that, and then we'll straighten, and let's go into bent knee triangle today. So we're just gonna come forward over, bend that left knee, and put your left hand in front of your left thigh, and just open to the side for, this is bent knee triangle here. Sometimes it's more forgiving than going straight into straight legs, I notice, for me anyway, who has some hip issues.
It's a good alternative to normal triangle.
Yeah, and it still opens you up just the same to me. I feel it. I feel it, absolutely. Okay, come on up. And then let's go ahead and turn, and we're gonna bring the arms up. So let's go ahead and interlace the fingers and put the right thumb over the left thumb. So you can bend the back leg if you needed to. Check your knee ankle alignment. You can stay here or exhale, back bend. So just push into the balls of your feet. Breathe, squeeze your butt, lift your pelvic floor. All right, come on up. Going into runner's lunge. Take a breath here. Drop the knee right underneath the hip, and then just tuck the chin and roll the shoulders and relax. Let go. Really need to practice letting go on a moment-to-moment basis here. We always do, but really feel it now. How important that is. All right, come on back up, arms overhead. Interlace the fingers, right thumb over left thumb, and exhale, back bend. Does that feel okay to you, Julia?
It feels all right.
Because really, he has his knee right underneath. I got this from Tony Sanchez. He got his knee right under the hip. So you're doing a lunge, doing it where I have my knee right underneath my hip. So it's different.
It's just I can't really do the back bend the other way.
Well, the back bend, you want to go up and then lift the upper back. You know what I mean? You want to, let's come out of it because we don't want to hurt ourselves anyway. So let's come out of it and bring our feet together. And
Credit
then,
to Sanchez for some of this.
yes, so Tony Sanchez is someone I follow. Tuck your chin and round your shoulders, and you can find his things on YouTube. Lots of demonstrations of things. It's very good. He's a yoga champion. Worked with Bikram. Now but he's sane. Wait, I'm gonna have to cut that. All right.
No, that's Bikram.
All right. Heels down. Sweep the arms out to the side. Come on up. All right, let's try the other side. Left leg back, and draw a line between your heels, knee over ankle, arms over legs. Pigeon toe that back foot a little bit, but it's basically 90 degrees. And then do about 4 or 5 breaths here.
This ankle is long over me on this warrior too. You know,
What's that?
I would follow Lori and not me because I'm on a strange angle with the camera.
I see what you're saying. Are you got your heels lined up?
See, here they are lined up, and here I am in the camera.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I see what you're saying. Okay. All right, flip the palm, take a breath in. As you take a breath out, go ahead and bend that right knee a little bit more. Bring the right shoulder forward, left shoulder back, looking up. Remember to lift up, and then if you go back, or you just keep lifting up, right? Just keep lifting up in the back part of the body, and then you want to feel a stretch in the right front part of the body. All right, come on back to warrior 2, and then knee to ankle or hand to thigh. Left hand on your hip, reach up to the sky and over towards your ear, and breathe. Big breaths. All right, back to warrior 2. All right, so we're gonna go into the, we just did side
Warrior
angle,
1.
right? Did we do side angle?
oh, we did triangle, bent knee.
Yeah, we need to still do that, right?
Mhm.
Okay. And now, so right hand in front of right thigh, and then you just exhale and go over that right leg, keeping your hips underneath you. Open that top shoulder, open the heart to the left. I don't know my right from my left now. No, yes. All right, here we go. And now we'll pivot on that back foot. Arms come overhead this time. The left, point the index finger to the sky, left thumb over right thumb, and you can bend that back knee if it feels good. Stay here if that's where you want to be. Exhale, back bend. If you want a little bit more of a challenge, but it's all challenging. Push into the balls of your feet, squeeze your butt. All right, come on, arms overhead. And we are in the runner's lunge. Take a breath or 2. And then drop that knee right underneath the hips, and then just roll the shoulders and tuck the chin and relax. Let go as much as you can. All right, bring the arms overhead, interlace the fingers, take a breath in, and as you take a breath out, you go back or stay where you are. Squeeze the butt to protect the back. Can't reinforce this enough. Push into the feet equally. I didn't say this last time. Push into the feet and the knee and the shin and the top of the foot equally. All right,
Feel very hard for both legs equally.
All right, bring the feet together. Take a breath in. As you take a breath out, just make a little ball. Tuck the chin around the shoulders. All right, put the heels down, butt goes back. Sweep the arms out to the side. Sorry, Julia. Arms overhead, hands to heart center. Exhale. All right. So now let's do a couple. Let's do one balance.
Okay.
And then we'll get on the floor. All right, so let's do balancing stick. So bring the arms overhead, interlace the fingers. You're just gonna make yourself a stick. You're gonna step into it with your right leg, and you can put your foot just right there and just stay there. You don't have to go any further. If you want to go further, you can keep going to wherever you feel, but just don't break the stick, right? Keep that line from the fingers to the toes. Don't break that line. Find a place to look on the floor in front of you a little bit. And don't let your mind move, as Eric Schiffman says.
who is awesome. Yoga instructor, master. All right, come on up. All right, hands to heart center. Exhale, good job. Let's try the other side. So arms overhead, this time left thumb over right thumb. We'll just step right into it. Remember, you can stop right here. Just point the toe behind you. Don't have to go any further. Or you can keep going. And find your focal point. That's what's going to help you. Think about lifting the pelvic floor. Think about micro bend in the knee. You can fall out of it. No biggie, right? Just try again, right? Never give up, man. All right, come on back. Hands to heart center. Exhale. All right. Let's get on the floor. Take a breath in. We're getting there. Exhale over. Grab your elbows. Little ragdoll stretch. All right, let's come on down to the floor. And, oh boy, let's do what? Bow pose. Let's do bow pose. Fun, I knew. Let's get this abs over with, right? Okay, so you can just have your heels up, lean back like somebody has a string, you know, and that can be it right there.
We're on a downward slope.
So be impressed. Yeah, we're probably gonna fall backwards. So, okay, good. I have this mat under me. You could lift your legs up. You could bring your arms out. You can go to the right side. Exhale. You can go to the left side. Exhale. Back to center. Right? Sorry.
Just to keep our arms.
And then you can have your hands behind you if you wanted to, and try to straighten your legs. Okay, breathe. Or you could reach like Julie's reaching, or you could grab behind your legs like I'm doing. Or you could drop the arms and bring them back. This is going to be tough. Oh, right next to your ears. So if you do start to fall backwards, you're going to roll your shoulders, tuck your chin. That's the most important thing. I always get foot cramps, so I like to flex and point my feet. But breathe. Don't forget to breathe. And then just give yourself a hug. You did it. Exhale. Okay, let's go onto our stomachs to stretch our backs. Gosh, I need this right now. All right. I feel so weird without my glasses on. So anyway, all right, put your forehead on the floor, palms down. You're gonna push your pubic bone into the floor, squeeze your butt, and just lift up looking down at the mat. And you can't breathe through your belly very much here, so just breathe into the chest and the upper back, and squeeze your butt to protect and point your toes. All right, come on down. Rest on one cheekbone and just sort of curl your shoulders towards the floor and let go, people. Let's let it go. Just for a second or two, just letting go, right? All right, back to the forehead. So push your pubic bone into the floor, squeeze your butt, lift yourself up. This time we're gonna try to clasp hands or press the big ball, whichever works for you. Looking down, so we're gonna just start to go to the left. We're just gonna open up the shoulder, breathe in, and then back to center, exhale. And then open to the right, open the right shoulder, look to the right, exhale, back to center. And then to the left, exhale, back to center. And then one more time, back to center. And just go ahead and put your hands under your chin, lift your feet, and just windshield wiper a little bit. That feels good. Just windshield wiper for the rest of the time. All right. Okay. Now, just go ahead and tuck your toes. Come back to child pose. Where are my glasses? Okay. Knees wide, big toes together. Set your hips back towards your heels. Exhale. That feels good. You can bring your palms together and you get kind of a different stretch in your shoulders. Or if that's not working for you, you can always bring your hands back to your heels, palms up. That's really kind of the most relaxing, I guess, to me. You know, you really just want to go into the cave, man. This is it. Hands by your ankles, palms up. You're the turtle now. All right, come on up. And let's do seated twist. We're getting towards the end here. So cross the right leg over the left leg. Now, if you can't keep the foot down, you could always just put it right next to the knee. You don't have to cross over. And you can keep it like this. If you have knee problems, that's probably a good idea. If not, you could always take your left heel to your right thigh. Left heel to right thigh. So you're gonna have to reverse all this. This might be a little difficult. I don't know. Do the best you can. Just listen to what I say and do what I say. Opposite. Don't look at me, listen. All right, so then we're gonna take the left hand, wrap it around the right leg, right hand behind, get nice and tall, kind of wiggle on your sit bones, on top of sit bones, and then exhale, moving from the navel, we're going to the right, ribs, chest, shoulder, head. Spread the fingers and grip the floor. Push into the ball of the right foot so you have something to resist against, you have something to twist against. And you want to think just like mountain pose. We're straight up and down. We're trying to be on top of our sit bones as evenly as possible. So even though we're twisting, we're still thinking straight up and down as much as we can. I know sometimes we want to lean back to get a better stretch or lean forward, but just try to be anatomically correct. All right, let's come back to center. I do the other side. Let's cross the left over the right or right next to. And you can keep the leg straight, or you can bend the right heel to the left hip. That's it, right heel to left hip. So I'll let Julia do that one, and I'll keep my leg straight on this one. So we're gonna just wrap the right arm around the left leg, left hand behind, get nice and tall, take a breath in. As you take a breath out, from the navel, going to the left, ribs, chest, shoulder, head, to your left. Breathe into the chest, breathe into the back, push into the ball of the left foot. Back to center. Let that go. Let's come on down to our backs and just roll down, tuck your chin, and we're gonna do pigeon, reclined pigeon. Yeah, reclined pigeon. Crossing your right ankle over your left knee, and you're gonna grab behind the left leg, bringing the left knee towards the chest. So just make sure your ankle has cleared the knee so it's not bent. You can push into that elbow into the right thigh if you want more. If you need less, you can just put the foot down and just open the thigh, right hand, just open the hip that way. So a lot of options. If you have a strap, I don't have a strap with me today, you can strap behind this leg. So next time I'll have my strap. All right, let's relax and do the other side. Left ankle over right knee, grab behind the right leg, right knee towards chest. But this is giving a great angle here. The crotch shot.
Just don't. I was just thinking about it.
That's all right. This is just one of those things. Yoga is not always beautiful. Remember, you can put that foot down and push the left, just push the left hip open with your hand if you want to do it that way. All right, so let's be done with that. Let's, I think we could be coming to the end, really. We could do one more crotch shot one, which would be happy. I don't know if I want to do it. Yes, let's do it. What the heck? Maybe we could change our angle here.
We're gonna reverse
people.
this for you.
So you don't have to see
Happy
our crotch.
baby head shot.
Exactly. I love it. Okay, this is it. Okay, all right. So grab behind. You can grab behind the thighs. You can grab the calves. You could grab the outside, not the inside of the feet, because you don't want to twist the ankle, remove the ankle. And you're going to just let the knee slide to the outside of the ribs. Try to keep your tailbone down. A lot of times people lift their butt up. Try to keep your butt down. Try to walk on the ceiling. But remember, you can always grab back here. So everybody should be able to do it, You want to go further, you can wrap your arms, wrap around like that. But try to keep the tailbone down doing that. But do what's right for you. That's the main thing. Let's come out of that. And now we're going back to Savasana, which I'm going to stay in this direction because this feels much better than having the blood run to my head. we were on a little slant there. So just straighten the legs out and take them wider than your hips. Let the feet fall open. Palms are up. Tuck your shoulders underneath you. Maybe chin comes in a little bit. You feel the length of the behind the neck. Now, if you get into this position and you say, you know, my back hurts, then bring the knees up and pigeon toe the toes and let the knees fall together. And then that should take care of it. If it doesn't, you know, you can always go to your side or whatever position for you that doesn't cause you any pain. We're trying to lessen our pain, not make our pain more. So now we're just gonna start to let go as best we can. We're gonna go back to the beginning where we followed the natural breath. So just the rise and the fall of the belly. That's what you want to try to focus on. As you breathe in, the belly rises. As you breathe out, the belly falls. And you really want to keep your mind on this like a moving meditation, you know, or a single pointed meditation is what I want to say. About your natural breath, whatever that is right now. Sometimes you can say things to yourself, like if your breath was fast or something, you could say, you know, deep, and, you know, I breathe in deep and then I exhale slow or something like that. And even if you're not doing that at the beginning, if you kind of talk to yourself on the in breath and out breath like that, then your mind and your body will start to follow suit, you know. I breathe in deep, I breathe out calm. The mind wanders, which it will many times. Just gently try to bring it back to the breath in and the breath out. Start to bring a little movement back to your fingers and your toes. Maybe circling your ankle and wrists. You can reach overhead. Take a little deeper breath. Anything that feels right to you, stretch. And bring your knees up, and you can lift up your right leg and just let your lower back settle. Stretch a little bit. And then you can lift up your left leg over your left hip. Just releasing the back. Bring your knees to your chest and just rock a little bit. And when you're ready, I guess Julie and I should roll to the right so we don't, oh, we can roll you right. You can roll left, I can roll right. And stay here for just a couple of breaths before you come up. You don't want to jump up real fast. And let's just bring our arms overhead, take a breath in, hands to heart center, take a breath out. And we say Namaste at the end of class, and what that means is I respect all that's true and good in me, and I respect all that's true and good in you. And let's all try to be true and good. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's good.
All right. I know. I'm excited. Excited to see what it looks like.
Have a good Friday, guys.